St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, you know. So moving forward,
you just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. Yes, a wonderful good afternoon to all of us St. Martin family and our SOS family all around the world. Strictly Business is in the house. We're here. Sorry people, we are a little late starting today, but we are here. Thank you for all our loyal listeners for always tuning in to Strictly Business on SOS Radio 95.9 FM. Of course, we'd like to shout out to all our sponsors. If you want to do some great grocery shopping today or during the week, you got to go visit the Aki Supermarket located right there on the Illich Road. Also, we got the Supreme Supermarket right there in the corner of Arch Road, Hispaniola Road, number 1, if you're in that area to do all your grocery shopping as well. For that fresh haircut, for the look, for the ladies, for the guys, also for the children, we got the Los Mejores Barbershop located right there on the Illich Road for all you're not looking fresh for the week. Also, if you're thinking movies, you got to think the number 1 spot is the Video Block located right there in French Quarter, where you can get 30 movies for only $30. They're open from Monday to Saturday, 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. So if you're thinking movies, think the Video Block. And for all your entertainment needs, your flat screen TVs, we got the Bold Chance Home Entertainment Center right there in Front Street for all your entertainment, your laptops, your computers as well. Thank you so much, Bold Chance. We also like to thank GEBE, our water and electricity company. Thank you so much for your continued support, GB. And for all your apartments or commercial spaces, we got J&J Properties. Give them a call at 588-1216. That is J&J Properties, 588-1216. And for some delicious food, we got some spots for you as well. We got Jerky's Tiki Hut on the Illich Road for some great tasting barbecue chicken and ribs. We got Jerky's Tiki Hut by the Plaza Casino as well. And not forgetting Fat Boy Jimmy right there on the Pondfield for some great tasting food. We also like to thank Stasha's Restaurant, located right next to Aki Supermarket, for that great tasting food. Give them a call at 550-9108 or 524-9834. That is Stasha's Restaurant. And for that authentic Caribbean taste, delicious food, we got Caribbean Feisty Flavors. They also specialize in locally made punch creamers, located next to the Daily Herald on the Bush Road, number 24. Just look out for the red umbrellas. You can give them a call at 554-7676 or 0690-180903. They're open from Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and they're closed on Sundays. Thank you so much for all our sponsors, and we're in the house. This afternoon, Brother Rolex Jr. couldn't be here, so we got the senior in the house, to bless us and grace us with that powerful voice. So good afternoon to you, brother. How you doing?
Wonderful. This is a day that God has made.
Absolutely.
And we shall rejoice and be glad in it.
How you keeping?
I keep on good.
Right.
Recovering
looking
well.
good, looking strong.
Recovering well.
Looking solid.
I'm telling God, you saved me, and I know you saved me for a reason. And if whatever that reason may be, I'm your servant. I will serve. Folks, illness is for us all. Believe me. I was talking to someone that had a stroke yesterday, and he said another person was ridiculing him about this and about all kind of things. That person had a stroke now.
Wow.
And a worse one. I won't go into no specifics because that is not needed. But we want to sit here this good morning and ask God, have mercy on all who's sick.
Yeah.
And bestow your light of healing over those of us that are not enjoying the best of health.
That's true.
This morning we have a program. We're going to go right into it. You had the privilege of listening also to that program. Let's listen to it and then we'll comment.
Okay.
Key to greatness. This statement, doing what you ought to do and not what you want to do. We have lived in a generation that has been made to believe you have the right to do what you want to do. I'm telling you that's absolutely wrong. You have the right to do what you ought to do. That's self-control. Do you have it? You may be brilliant, but without self-control, you're finished. The penitentiary is full of brilliant men. They broke the law. You may be wealthy. Without self-control, poverty is coming, because drugs, drunkenness, divorce will bring poverty. You may be powerful, but without self-control, you will self-destruct. Napoleon was powerful. Adolf Hitler was powerful, but he lacked self-control. He shot himself and had himself burned in a ditch so no one would be able to recognize him. In the battle for your self-control, the enemy is not across the street. It's not on the other side of the world. In the battle of self-control, it's the person you see in the mirror every morning. The war of the soul is a civil war. You may be successful in making money. You may be successful in building a business. You may be successful in leading other people. But if you cannot control yourself, you're going to destroy yourself. You're finished. The Bible says the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? Say that with me. The heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? Every person has something called within their nature called the flesh that constantly calls for you to do something contrary to the Word of God. Jack London's The Call of the Wild is an illustration. The Bible says that we are at war with the world, the flesh, and the devil. The world is the force outside of you. The flesh is what's inside of you. The devil is the prince of darkness, and his objective is to rob, to kill, and to destroy. St. Paul writes, every man that strives for mastery is temperate in all things, meaning a man who's striving to achieve controls himself. Look at the Olympic athlete. They strive to win the gold medal. They prepare by subjecting themselves, man or woman, to intense self-discipline, self-denial, self-control. They control their appetite. They guard their hours of sleep. They put themselves through rigorous physical tests every day. They have excruciating exercise routines, hour after hour, day after day, month after month, until they go to the Olympics, and they're there with the finest athletes in the world. And for those few seconds or few minutes, they're going to perform at what their self-control enabled them to do. As Christians, we're commanded to run the race that is set before us, and to run it with endurance. Do you hear the word endurance? That means stay at it. When God gives you a job, stay with it until you achieve it. Stop whining about the task you have in life. Stop whining about your circumstance. You put your hand in the hand of God and you become victorious over those circumstances, because we are more than conquerors through Jesus Christ. Give Him praise in the house of God. Christianity is both a discipline and a doctrine. Listen to that. It's a discipline and a doctrine. Most people who go to church know the doctrine, but they don't have the discipline. Paul taught salvation by faith, but he also said, I beat and I bruise my body, and I keep it under subjection, making it do my will. Have you ever looked in the mirror at your body and thought of that verse? My body is the reflection of my will. Whew. Get away from that mirror. Fortunately, mirrors don't lie and they don't laugh. That's a very fortunate thing. Christians are expected in the Bible to demonstrate self-control in their appetite, in their passions, in their affections, in their thoughts, in their disposition, in their moods. You're taught to control your speech, your conduct, your habits, your amusements, your companions, your self-control. Temperate in all things is one of the 9 fruits of the Spirit. You never hear a sermon about it because we don't like to think about we're responsible responsible for controlling us. It's easy to blame your mama, or blame your daddy, or blame your school teacher, or blame your Boy Scout leader, or blame somebody, but you are responsible for you. We are saved to serve, but you can't serve without self-control. St. Paul teaches in Ephesians 5 that the church is the army of the Lord. How many of you have ever served or are serving in the military? Let me see your hand. God bless every one of you. I thank the Lord for you. Thank you for what you've done and for what you're doing for America. The army has rank. Let me say the military. The military has rank. They have discipline. They have authority. They have unity. They have self-control. A private does not tell a general what to do, not even in his dreams. A private may not declare war. He doesn't have that authority. A lieutenant does not command to fire a guided missile at a foreign country. Just so the church functions, according to St. Paul in Romans 13, under spiritual authority. You don't do what you want, you do what the Word of God allows you to do under the spiritual authority that you have. Authority is always given, it's never assumed. Think about that. 2 Peter 1, 5 and 7, Peter writes, make every effort to support your faith with goodness, knowledge, and self-control. Yet Peter was the most undisciplined disciple Jesus had. Remember when they were in the garden and Jesus was saying, I'm going to be killed. And Peter says, we will take up swords. I'll die for you, as a matter of fact. Jesus looked at him and said, look, you're going to deny me 3 times before the sun goes down tonight. You, big mouth, you. Big proclamation. Very pitiful performance. Have you ever known people like that? When I played football at the university, we called them locker room All-Americans. In the locker room, they get out on the field, somebody knocks their head down between their shoulder blades, they're looking for the sidelines.
Yes, Brother Rolex. Very, very deep. Very deep thoughts.
I wanted you had the opportunity to listen this week.
From listening to that,
what do you think of it?
I hope the people was listening keenly, because it showed exactly what we're going through here on the island as well, as a people.
As a people, correct.
Authority is given, it's not assumed.
No.
In the ending right there, many people, political times, they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to do this. When they assume that authority now, you see they're quiet. So there's so many factors in that we could see right here.
I would encourage parents to have their teenage children listen to that piece. What's the name of it?
You could believe, don't complain. Let me give you the correct name. Don't complain, just obey.
Don't complain, just obey. Mm-hmm. You could find that in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was given the gift of speech,
Mm-hmm.
and I've developed not too bad, but some of these guys are way up there, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he talked about Peter, we think of some of our old friends.
Mm-hmm.
Big mouth in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Big mouth. When you got him inside a closed door, man, you believe the rip down. When you go out,
Move mountains for you.
when you go out, when the rubber hit the road,
Mm-hmm.
they are ready to fold.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Cover their own back.
Yes.
That's not true.
Yes. Because of lack of courage. There's another saying my good friend Eldridge Van Putten used to use all the time, my deceased friend, God bless him and rest him. the heart is extremely deceitful. Who can know? Folks, look up that saying. I didn't come here to preach to you this morning because when I pray for me, my family, and God to help us and to bestow peace in the world. So I'm not quoting the Bible and trying to save your soul. You have to do that yourself.
Yeah. Like you said, who is responsible for you?
That's correct.
You are responsible for you.
You will respond, not your nanny, mama, no. Because in the final day, it's going to be, Larry, I gave you life. What have you done with it? You see? So, we ran this piece this morning for several reasons. We cannot become successful if we don't have self-control.
Self-control, discipline, character,
Fall right on there. Fall right on there.
endurance.
Yeah, endurance, he said it, he used that word. Don't believe success is going to come overnight. It's not going to come overnight. Endurance. You got to stay the course, and as he said, don't be whining about what God give you a job. He give you 5 children, 2 children, 1 child. He give you a job. He give you something to do, but you whining about it. Stop whining. Do the job. Get it done. You could feel it?
Yes, sir. No time to complain.
You know? How many times you didn't feel like closing that video shop? I'll put you to the test now.
Yeah.
How many times?
Many times. Many times. Ideas of maybe have to do something else. But the other side of you say, no, stay the course.
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
At one point, my dear brother, me and my brothers operated 7 groceries here on this island. So 7 Alive was one. As I told you, we had one in the ghetto, right here in the Agromont. And many a times, you feel like, man, to heck with this.
Because you will have those rough days.
You're going to have those rough days, but just remember, I told one family member of mine some days ago, this man, this, that, the other. I said, you have too much good times to complain about that one bad time that hit you now and then. Huh?
Yeah.
That one time that hit you, try to grind through it. Because the rest of the times are good times. You know.
That's right there is where you see when you have to weigh the scale. Weigh the scale. You have more good than bad.
Exactly.
There you go. You're doing something right.
Did I get a stroke? Sure, I got a stroke. What's going to happen tomorrow morning? I have no idea. I know the date is set. And when the date is set, I gone.
But you could have been sitting down home whining and complaining too.
I could have been home whining, complaining, Lord this and Lord that. And the power of Jesus Christ and I'm looking at you and asking me, what you going to do?
Because just from appearance, if people who haven't seen you in a long time, the first initial thought is, but why he walking slow? You could have been sitting down and saying, I ain't want to walk because I'm walking slow. I ain't walking how I used to walk.
I'm going to wheelchair.
Exactly. You could have been complaining and whining, but no.
You know,
you choose to go your pace.
You know where we were last night? I went to the Ruby party, DJ Ruby party down in Port-au-Prince.
Yes, you see that.
I had a nice time with my walking stick. You know. So what we are saying here? Don't stop living. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. I go to the sea 2, 3, 4 times a week. I walk. You have to. I just returned from New Orleans. Went to the Essence Music Festival. You know, with my walking stick.
Right. Going at your pace.
Going at my pace.
Correct.
Because where I going ain't going nowhere. A lady told me a morning when I was going to the sea. She said, late this morning. I said, late? How can we late to go to the sea? The sea going nowhere.
Yeah.
This ain't going nowhere. You know, so you have to take it easy. You have to take it in stride because I know we have a lot of folks that are listening to us this morning, Brian, might not be the best of us. From all kinds of
Illnesses.
all kinds.
Ailments.
We're not going to get even specific. All kinds. But important is stay the course and stay the prayer. I so happy my mother taught me 23rd Psalm, you know, when I was 6 or 7 years old, that prayer is not a strange place for me. I don't wait until things get tough to go pray.
Correct.
You know, it's when things get good, real good, then I pray. Then I pray hard because I don't know what's around the corner. You see?
Yeah.
So, friends, character. You know,
Very important.
Barry, I can't stop commending you for the way you have taken up this task of assisting in Strictly Business. You've done an awesome job, my friend. An awesome job.
Okay.
I've been looking. I have this program about 20 years. I was at Eddie's radio station, I was in Pearl, I was in PJD2.
Wow.
Oh,
Was that the same name?
yeah,
Strictly Business.
Strictly Business.
Awesome.
And there's no else but I go.
Right.
And couldn't find a person that would pick up the slack, let's call it that. You know, a person that's willing to learn, that's willing to grow, and that's willing to take on the challenge. And you did. You took it on. You took it on head on. This was your first time on radio?
Yeah.
And then you're becoming a master. You could sit here half an hour on your own and carry the whole program. And not many guys your age can do that because it ain't easy,
Right.
as you may have learned. Sitting down here half an hour and filling that half an hour with sense, because anybody could talk nonsense. Anyone else could talk nonsense. But to come and sit and talk with sense. So I commend you very much, and I surely do hope, you know, you continue to focus. You have developed a number of businesses. They have their good days, they have their bad days, but you keep on grinding.
Yes, sir.
You just keep on grinding. I'm going to caution my people. Who's my people? St. Martin black people. If you don't move, you're going to become a slave again. If you don't start to focus, stop the gambling, stop the amount. When you see me in the casino, people used to say, yeah, you're telling people don't gamble, but you in the casino. When I was a professional gambler, I could have called myself that. I knew the roulette wheel up to down. I knew the roulette wheel front behind. Because I believe in one thing. There's a system to everything. And Bencio, the living man, used to work at the Rouge et Noir. I used to tell the dealers, don't leave Rolex win, because if you win, you're going with your money. If I win, your money are gone. But the problem that a lot of us have is self-control. Am I there yet? Lord, no. Lord, no. I got so much to learn. In Curacao, we go to swim.
Okay.
With a therapy group. And in this therapy group, you got people 90 years, Brian, 92 years.
Wow. Yeah.
They drive themselves to Maripum, get out of their car, swim for an hour, jump back in the car and go home. I just feel like a baby. I'm 63. You see, but what it is, it's driven by self-control. It's driven by self-discipline. It's driven by, you used the word just now,
Endurance.
endurance. You got to endure and stay the course. And you can't be whining. You know, we like to cry on each other's shoulder. You don't think the Chinese just have problems? We have several buildings with Chinese in them. They just have problems. But they don't have a culture of whining. They got a culture of grinding. They'll stay with it. They'll stay with it. Why they would stay with it?
Yeah. Our culture, we like to complain and point fingers.
We love that, huh?
This pointing finger game, don't know if it's hereditary, but it's something that we have to stop.
It ain't a good.
Like the gentleman say, when you look in the mirror don't smile, the mirror don't laugh.
Mirror.
The mirror shows you.
Yeah.
So who you complaining to?
Yeah. That's what you're seeing in the mirror.
To get things done, you have to get it done.
You got
To make things happen, you have to make it happen.
I got to use the opportunity also to commend my son, who's a co-host with you, has taken on some projects and has completed. He has made me proud, because he knows that I don't like foolishness, you know. I was
He knows that you don't tolerate foolishness.
no, I can't. I don't know how to do it. I got it from Irene. That was my mother. She raised 6 sons. You know, Irene, you don't bring nonsense to her. When it's report day, you better buck up, because she's going to get them reports out of poor, dusty religion.
Right. Teaches you to pull your own weight.
You gotta pull your weight.
That's what you gotta do.
You can't complain. You can't cry. You can't be gossiping. You can't be spending time talking about she, talking about he. You gotta focus. You know what the Chinese and Indians are doing today? Those that are not open. You know what they're doing?
What?
Planning for tomorrow. They're planning for Monday. When I was in the business, what do I do on Sunday? We used to open 7 days a week. But on Sunday I'm planning with, oh Christ, they need Carnation milk oven
Other locations.
in the region. They need sardines in Soccer Garden. They need ketchup in Illidge Road. They need Carnation, Simpson Bay. They need
Whatever
black
it is,
pepper in the Cold Bay. All of those were locations. So you're sitting down here planning, and at the same time I got a teacher at Milton Business College. So this is not about pounding chairs. This is about motivating.
Motivate and teach.
Motivating.
You've been there, you've done that.
Yeah. I'm so wonderfully.
And to be successful, what we're trying to say, to be successful, you had to fail too. And that's part of the progress. That's part of the journey.
I told my son, I made so many mistakes in my life. I failed so often. But Denzel Washington, all of them will tell you, fail your way to success.
That's right.
Don't think you get it right the first time. It didn't happen. You've had that experience.
Absolutely.
You've lost little money. You've lost some time. What do we do? Go my mother and cry?
Doesn't make sense.
What should we do?
You learn from it. That's what you have to do.
And every time you feel, you get a little tougher. You get a little smarter.
All right, bro. We have to wrap up. Run on time.
Yes, we run out of time.
Last words.
Well, I came here for Saber Bank meeting. You know, I'm a member of Saber Bank organization with Mr. Honorable Mr. Johnson, Honorable Mr. Cassidy, when the Honorable Prime Minister was there. We had our meeting on Friday, which was very successful. Coming Thursday, the Parliament in Curacao is going to open. So I want to naturally be there. I have to naturally be there. So I got to get out of here on Wednesday. It's always a pleasure coming to St. Martin, because I think I'm going to be somebody to get fresh fish right now. Boiled meal fish. It's just a wonderful thing to be here. I'm very happy to see how St. Martin is developing. Friends, governments come and go, and this government too will come and go. But St. Martin is here to stay. St. Martin coming and going. No. So we might complain about a lot of things, but we are doing fantastic. When I look at this island, after that beating that we had, we got to say,
Come a long way.
thank God for the strength that came so long. So stay with it, fight, go sleep, fight, get up, fight, pray, and fight. Ask for strength, ask for guidance, ask for mercy, and the one that designed this universe with God, He will have mercy and He will give you strength. I want to ask God to bless you, Brian, and all that you're doing. Bless my family, my son, and bless your entire family.
Thank you.
And keep on doing what you're doing. You're going to get where you're going. God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks you.
One more remark, fast. On Monday night at 7 o'clock, we have a meeting at Don Hughes' office, PG2. We are in the process of writing a book about the 3 days when we had closed down this whole island with a demonstration. Anyone that has information or that want to be part of that organization that played a part in that event, come to PG82, 7 p.m. Monday night. May God bless you.
Okay. Thank you, Senior, for that information. Thank you, St. Martin people, for your time. Thank you, SOS, for having us. Before we leave again, remember, go to YouTube and look up Don't Complain, Just Obey. A very powerful motivational piece that we played there today. Thank you for the Senior for bringing that to our attention. Remember, St. Martin people, that's our time. And remember, life is all about choices. So be careful who you choose and what you choose, because time waits on no one. Until next time, strictly business.